tough and unfortunate situation. For us this week, obviously a huge road test here, and good football team, and do a great job in all three phases. Do a really good job on the special team side of it. They've changed the way the game's played in their return units and in their cover units. Very aggressive in what they do, from block kicks to what they've done in the return game. Be a huge test for us on that side of it. And the same for us offensively and defensively. They've created a bunch of big plays in the past game. We got to do a great job of matching them out and handling protection. Line of scrimmage is going to be important, like it is in every week. And for us offensively, obviously the line of scrimmage will be important too. And, they're doing a really good job on as far as pass defense. So I'll open it up.
Coach, just what did you see from Dylan Sampson either last week or on tape that he wasn't doing earlier this year?
I don't know that it's necessarily what he hasn't been doing earlier. The game and just the way it played out, opportunity to use him, had planned on doing that a couple of weeks earlier too, probably more frequently than he has at the beginning of the season. From the very beginning of the season, he's more comfortable in what we're doing. Trust him in protection side of it, and feel like he can handle our entire package. During the course of the game, played extremely well. Was solid in the pass protection side of it, but with the ball in his hands, I thought he had great vision, great pace, and then obviously had the ability to burst when he was at the line of scrimmage and go create some things on his own too, and make people miss when he got to the second and third levels.
Coach Brandon Turnage has gotten his hands on some balls the last few weeks. What's he doing differently, maybe that he wasn't doing in fall camp, or is it just a matter of just getting an opportunity and taking advantage of it, or what is it?
Yeah, part of it for him is just coming back and getting completely healthy. Through the course of the summer, I was limited in some of what he was able to do. Training camp, we kind of had a pitch count on him every single day. Just getting more comfortable and confident. He's a guy that I pointed out to the team actually this morning. Just whether he was starting, getting a ton of plays or not, his investment inside of the meeting room and inside of our program has been so consistent. You continue to do that when your opportunity comes. You take advantage of it. He's played at a really high level. He's extremely bright and smart, man. He understands the game. He does a great job of helping some of the younger guys inside of that room. And, because he's playing well fundamentally and his eyes are in the right spot, been able to break on some balls, make a pick, almost had another one the other day. Everybody inside of our program, loves who he is and what he's about.
A couple things. One, Hendon is up for the Heisman, obviously, and there's a lot of quarterbacks out there that he's being compared to. They're all great in their own way. I understand that. But what area specifically is Hendon better than the rest at?
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to watch every quarterback across the country and watch every rep. He's playing at as high a level as I've ever had anybody, and I've had Heisman guys. He's in complete command of what we're doing. You look at the efficiency of how he is playing, the ability to take care of the football, the dynamic plays that he's made with his arm and his feet. We don't look like we do offensively without him, and he's certainly deserving of being in that conversation. Got to go play the right way here the last couple of weeks, and hope he has that opportunity. Believe he should.
You said after the game the other day that you thought Said would probably be available this week. Is he going to be available for this game?
Yeah, obviously it's just Monday for us, but as the week unfolds, believe that he'll have the ability to play in this one. We'll always evaluate it, on the back half of the week for sure.
Josh, two things. There's been some debate, discussion about your last touchdown. Any consideration to taking a knee there rather than running that play?
Yeah, for us, at the end of the day, our twos were in the football game. When the ball went down to the 1 yard line or whatever it was, absolutely went through my mind. I don't know what the right thing to do is in that moment. At the end of the day, let our guys continue to play football.
And Cooper Mays is the fourth of your offensive linemen to earn a lineman of the week in the SEC. What can you say about the way he's playing right now?
Smart, tough, competitive, great ownership inside of the room. It all starts with him for us. Just for him having a true off season, compared to a year ago and really throughout his career, this was the first true off season that he's had. Stronger, bigger than he was, and playing at a super high level. Love what he brings to the table every day.
Josh, when you study South Carolina on tape, what does Spencer Rattler do that works well for him when he's clicking in that offense overall? What can they do that possess some challenges for your defense?
Yeah, first of all, I said at the very beginning, they've created a bunch of big plays. I think they're second in the league in pass plays over 40 yards. Some of that comes off of play action, some drop back. He's able to extend and make some plays outside of the pocket with his feet too. For us, we got to do a great job of controlling first and second down and then play with discipline. You can't let, their tight ends or their wideouts run free. And so we got to match things out extremely well.
They got you guys on the fake punt last year. They got one again last week. Is that kind of perfect timing and the fact that you had a punt blocked on in a year as much as they stress special teams? Is that kind of a tighten the screws up moment for everybody this week in that area?
Yeah. Last year got us in punt safe and we didn't do a good job of playing the technique that we're supposed to out on the outside. When our special teams units go out on the field, you got to be aware that one, they're going to be aggressive after the punt. They are really good in the return game too, off of that on punt return, and certainly kickoff return too. And then you got to do a great job of covering too. They're good in the return game, and they place an emphasis on it. They're aggressive in what they do. Our guys got to go out and play the play the right way. There's no redos. You get one opportunity when you're on a special teams unit. You got to go match it out. So eye discipline, recognition of your alignment assignment based on the formations will be critical in this one.
Coach, I don't know if it'll be as loud Saturday night as it was in Athens. Is there anything you guys do this week to try to be able to handle the noise better? Or is it just about in the moment handling it better?
A combination. We'll continue to do some of the things that we've done here at home. In the moment, we got to be able to reset and play and dead balls in particular. You got to be able to handle it. So we've done that in different road environments. This will be a great one. Haven't been there before. It's going to be loud and you got to handle that part of it. We talked about it this morning. It's got to be a point of emphasis to do the ordinary things at a really high level in this game.
You talked about Cooper's here going to the offensive line. That group has had 4 different guys win that award this season. Where do you think that position unit has improved the most with Coach Ellerby from last season to this point?
Yeah, physically, all of them continue to change their bodies. They're stronger, playing with better technique. I do think their understanding of what we're doing in year 2, the fundamentals come along with that. Their football knowledge, their IQ of what we're doing, but then also defensively, what they're seeing. And then, for us, we've had the ability for 4 out of the 5 guys to play consistently. The left tackle position's been nicked up a little bit here and there, but it's been pretty much a 2-man rotation. So you combine year 2, their knowledge and the consistency we've had, those guys have been able to play at a really high level.
Josh, I'm wondering, it looks like on a lot of those kick coverage plays that Jordan Thomas is the guy down there making the play. And I'm wondering at what point did he sort of emerge as a guy who looked like he would be a really good special teams player? And are there some other young guys that have been sort of standing out in that way this year?
Yeah. He has made a lot of plays. He's defeated blocks, gone and made tackles. He's good in space. As far as our recognition, he's been on those units from the beginning of the season just because of what he did during training camp. He cares, he pays attention. It matters to him. He competes every single day. He's grown fundamentally. And so all of those reasons gave you the ability, combined with his athleticism, that we thought he would play at a really high level. And he has. Caleb Perry continues to grow. Elijah Herring continues to grow. Do a lot of really good things on those special teams units.
Josh, in reference to the play call that led to the touchdown pass to Jalen Hyatt there in the third quarter, do you and your staff maybe are mindful of maybe looking at the playbook or looking for plays that may have not been called in a while that might work in certain situations?
I think you're always, balancing, what your kids are good at, what they're comfortable with, what they're seeing on the other side of the football schematically, right? You got to put your kids in a position to win. And then certainly, for our staff, we've been together for a while. You can draw back on things that we've done in the past that maybe haven't, appeared here recently, and try to incorporate those when you think you have an opportunity to create a mismatch.
Josh, it didn't seem like there's been as many of those air quote fake injuries this year on defense to try to slow offenses down. They really didn't change the rules all that much.
Yeah, I
Do
don't
you
know
have a
if you
theory?
just take out the Ole Miss game from last year, it's probably pretty consistent.
But just in general, this season, it doesn't seem like we've seen as much of that. Any theory on why that is?
I don't. Probably still appears sometimes, so.
Kind of going off what Wes was saying, Jimmy Holiday has been really good as the gunner on punt team. How important is it, and how long does it take for a guy like him to kind of own that role on your team?
Well, he's done a great job. He's playing a ton of snaps on special teams and is a difference maker for us there. His athleticism, his speed down the football field. You're talking about on punt being the gunner, does a great job and causing fair catches. He's down the ball inside the 10-yard line a couple of times and has done a good job going down and making plays too. I think, some of those unique positions, all of those skills translate over to offense or defense, but you're put in unique positions. And so his opportunity to play throughout the course of the season consistently at all those spots has allowed him to continue to develop and got a great future ahead of him.
So you look at Georgia for the defense that you all had, and then you bounce back against Missouri. How do you make sure that your defense maintains that level of execution and you don't really see a dip in execution performance again?
You're talking about our defense?
Your defense,
I'm
yes.
sorry. Yeah, when it's going good, right? All 11 are operating as one. You're playing gap sound. You're tackling well, but that happens because you're in good body positions, because your eyes take you to the football. When it's not going good, it's not like a wholesale change typically is what is needed. It's guys settling into the football, and 10 guys can be doing it right. One guy's not, and all of a sudden you give up a big play. And so doing the ordinary things at a really high level, our preparation, our practice habits got to be right. This is a big football game for us. This is the only one we got this week. Really good opponent, great environment. We got to be ready to go compete for 60 minutes and be dialed into the details of our jobs. Appreciate it, guys.